Hey horse lovers, welcome back to Free Spirit Equestrian. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. So today I'm going to be riding my two auction ponies, Cruella and Olaf. And I want you guys to see the progress that they have made throughout their undersaddle training. They are so much more relaxed, and I really hope you guys enjoy it and that you can see the changes. But first, here's a flashback from their couple first rides. So today I'm going to be riding them in my indoor arena. It is 50 by 130 in size. All right, so while I'm grooming her, Olaf is standing tied in the back there. Good practice for him. And then she'll do the same while I'm riding him as well. So I'm just doing groundwork with her for about 10 minutes before we mount today. And I'm riding her in my dressage saddle. Every time I get on, she touches both of my shoes, and it's super cute. She's been doing really great with mounting and waiting and being patient, so I'm so happy that there's so much progress even there. So of course, we're going to start by just warming up at our walk. And the main thing I want you to take note of is their demeanor and how much more relaxed they both are, and just seeing the changes through their behavior as far as that goes. Of course, they need a lot of work, and it's going to take months to really bring them around, but I'm just excited for you guys to see the comparison of the first few clips I showed you versus our rides today. Right off the bat today, she's just put forward really calm energy. She's just relaxed. She's not worried about anything and just going with the flow. And she just feels a lot more responsive and in tune. Now, as I was saying before, I'm riding her in my dressage saddle. So it's just taken a little bit of time to find out what equipment and tack work best for her. And today I switched her to a rubber mullen mouth bit, and it is apple flavored. So I think she is really enjoying this bit. She has a little mouth, and it is like a thinner mullen. So I think just the gentleness of it, it's really, really helping her, and she's responding really well. And then I just have her in my biothane headstall with the biothane reins, and she seems to be very comfortable in this tack. Now, as far as having Olaf tied in the back, so I'm doing that so that it teaches him to tie and stand for a little bit of time, and of course patience as well. It is absolutely no punishment. I do this with all of my horses. And I kind of switch them back and forth between who I'm tying when I'm working, especially in the indoor arena. And I think it's a really good thing for the horse to do a little bit before and after work. And as you can see here, Cruella is very relaxed and stretching down. So that's super great. Proud of her. So again, with her during the warm-up, I'm just making sure to do some bending and some circles and some halts, and just making sure again that she's responsive. She feels really wonderful today, and I feel like her rhythm and balance is coming along as well with the exercises we've been doing in our sessions. And again, time. Everything takes time, and if things progress really quickly, then you're not taking the time or possibly training correctly, because again, like, I don't care what her head is doing. I just want her to naturally relax in our sessions. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that's really what my goal is the relaxation, and the headset and the rest of the body and the positioning and the frame will come later. Also, I just want to let you guys know I am filming with my PIVO. That's what I do most of my ride filming with. I have the silver pod, that set. So it works really, really well. But sometimes it's not always like 100% perfect. And because my arena is more narrow, I have to like edit a little differently, and sometimes it's a little bit harder with the lighting. So hopefully you'll excuse that, but I really love PIVO, and I honestly don't think I could be doing this without it. Because I don't know if my husband would film every single time I ride. And I'll put PIVO's website link in the description if you want to check that out. It's a really cool technology that follows you while you ride. Okay, I'm going to ask her to move into the trot and we'll see how she does. Good. Okay, so she started off slower, so that's great. She sped up just a little bit right there, but we're just going to warm up a little more, and her head is higher, but we are going to do some circles and some bends to try to get her to just relax by using her body and by thinking, and we're going to see how that goes. There, that's a lot better. She's kind of stretching out a little bit, slowing down, thinking about rhythm, and she's on a pretty loose rein. So again, instead of just constantly going on the rail and just going in circles, like I'm making sure to kind of do some turns, like a little early off the rail, doing some large circles, some smaller circles, just to get her mind activated, and also using my energy and keeping really calm and really patient and quiet. And I'm a high energy person. I just get excited and I'm really passionate. So it does take effort for me to be able to tone it down when I'm riding horses, and especially horses that have higher energy levels. But it's really fun, and I prefer a horse that's very forward. So this is a wonderful challenge and wonderful partnership that CRUELLA and I are building together. And I know it doesn't look like much, but I hope you guys are noticing the change that I'm seeing in her. Like, I feel like I'm riding a normal horse. I know that sounds like really bad, but just before, it was just like, it wasn't crazy. Like, I never felt unsafe or anything. It was just like, wow, like this is a lot. Like, she's kind of messed up on her saddle. And now I just feel like I'm just, riding a horse that's like green, but she's like relaxing. And now we're able to make like some headway, if you know what I mean. So I'm really hoping you guys see this as well, because I know it doesn't look like anything significant, but I'm super excited, and just like riding her, the feeling is just so different and so positive. So yeah. Also, if you guys are enjoying this content, if you could hit that like button, CRUELLA and I would really appreciate it. Plus Olaf. Thanks. So she really felt especially good right here, just like a nice, pretty level neck in comparison to before. And she has really good rhythm, and she's slow, and she's just being so sweet. And now she's kind of stretching down a little bit. And her transition was pretty good there too. Good girl. And right now I have her on a loose rein all the way down to the buckle. She's so chill now. She's going to be, well, she already is such an awesome pony. She is so sweet and kind, and she's just going to make such a nice little all-around girl. Like, once we, can put some more work in and see what she likes to do specifically. But I think she's going to be a really cool horse, and I think she's going to be able to make a lot of riders happy in the future. Okay, now I'm going to ask her to touch my toes for the last part of our session. And I'm just slowly bending my rein and not holding her head, but just allowing her to bend her neck on her own while giving her the cue. And she did great. She's a good girl. Well, that was a really fun ride. Hope you guys noticed the changes I was mentioning and that you enjoyed watching her. And she's so snuggly. Okay, now we're going to get Olaf here in a minute. Okay, now same thing with Olaf. We're going to warm up with some groundwork, and then we will be under saddle. So Olaf has become way less antsy, and he loves attention. And the second you start paying attention to him, he just kind of melts and wants to please and listens. He's really willing, and I've been having a lot of fun with him. So of course, as you can see, we're starting on a nice loose rein. I have my hands a little more wide, and just allowing him to carry himself naturally, self-carriage, and just start the session off nice and relaxed so that it sets a precedent for what we're looking for today. Olaf is really mellow today, and he's being a really good boy. He's super chill right now, and I just am really excited about our ride. Also, he was super dirty, and my goodness, having a white/gray horse, it's like, I live in Michigan, and it's so hard when it gets muddy or winter. So we're gonna try the best we can here, okay? So don't judge me too hard on that. Oh, also, I decided to tie Wessel in the back during Olaf's session. So yeah, there he is. And it's also really good for horses to kind of watch sessions. They do learn from viewing what the other horses are doing. So that's another great thing. I mean, it can be bad, but if you don't know what you're doing, but at the same time, I think it shows the other horses like this is safe, it's productive, it's calm, and it allows them to be more comfortable and relaxed, in my opinion. And this is actually my first time riding Olaf in the indoor arena. So he's doing really well and being a really good boy. So with Olaf, I am riding him in my all-purpose English saddle, and it seems to fit him really well. And then I have him just in an English bridle. It is a French link bit, and he seems to be most responsive with this tack. So I'm happy that I'm beginning to figure out exactly what works for each pony. And yeah. Okay, we are just about done walking for our warm-up here, and then I'm going to ask him to move in the trot, and we're going to see how he does. Okay, so he's doing good. He's definitely a little bit more slower and more relaxed. And here you can see Duke of Wesselton is checking us out. He's so cute. He's doing a really good job being tied, and I do have their hay bags there so they can munch on some hay while they're in between sessions. So I feel as though the improvement with Olaf is he's much more focused. He's slower, and as we work into our sessions, he starts to level in the shoulder and the neck and slow down and become more balanced. So he is such a nice pony. I think he's going to do really well as a hunter pony, some low level jumping, and some dressage. And honestly, I think he could be a good eventing pony if someone was interested in doing that with him. So yeah, he is really nice under English saddle, but of course we're still going to do Western too. But I feel as though his movements and just the way he's built and how he carries himself, he just seems to me more like an English horse. I really like this transition here, how he very smoothly slowed down and kind of stretched out. So rewarded him for a little bit with walking. And now we're going to move back into our trot. And again, I'm riding him with a super loose rein because I do not want to ask him for tons of contact, putting him in a frame. I want him to develop the relaxation and the self-carriage naturally without gimmicks or me sawing on the reins or anything like that. So he needs to be able to use his body himself. And me as the rider, myself, I'm the one who's supposed to set him up for success to be able to do that and guide him throughout that process and building that muscle. I also just feel really comfortable when I'm on Olaf. I just feel like he's not going to do anything silly and that he really thinks about things. And that's something special to find in a horse. So really love that aspect of him. And again, he's so comfortable and smooth. He's just like riding this little floating marshmallow. He's so fun. And we are going to wrap this session up with some toe touches. He did really good with them. And I hope you guys saw the progress in both the ponies and Olaf and what I was talking about. And if you enjoy this and you want to learn more about horses and equestrian lifestyle, if you hit that subscribe button, we'd really appreciate it. Bye, guys.